Vogel, he's speaking with Mike and the media. A small round team.
Hey, Frank, what did you notice after that first time out when Miami came out with the 23-10 lead? You came back without LeBron, and how that unit turned the game from that point.
Yeah, they just played with great energy and confidence. We just, we got off to a little bit of a slow start with our pick and roll coverages to start the game. But our bench has been good for us all year. Kuz and Rondo came in, and Alex, and those guys brought great energy. Helps us get some stops, get out on the break some. Doe orchestrated a few buckets for us and helped turn the game around.
Frank, you've emphasized the defense all season long. Second and third quarters especially, what did you notice about the way that those units played?
The effort. Our guys are just hustling their tails off, flying around on the defensive end, and then, playing effort offense as well. Really pushing the tempo on the break, attacking the paint, and crashing the boards. Just the pace of the game really picked up in those two quarters, and obviously they were the difference makers.
Frank, knowing what you know about these guys, is there any chance that there could be any complacency that comes in because of a win like this? Do you have to guard against that, or do you not even need to worry about that with them?
Well, we always guard against that, but in particular because of how much respect we have for this basketball team. Not just their starting group, but for their bench. The guys that came in towards the end there, really got them off to a great start to their season. When you look at Nunn and Olenek, Solomon Hill, was acquired later, but we have great respect for those guys, and we know that this is just one win. We're happy that we got one win, but obviously we got to keep our foot on the gas.
Coach, Anthony Davis in his postgame said KCP saved us, and he was referring to the 2 threes he hit when you guys were down early that kind of seemed to get you going. I guess zooming out of that, how big has his shooting been in these playoffs? I think he's above 40%.
Yeah, his it's been needed. It's been a great lift for us throughout this playoff run. But in particular in that first quarter, we were struggling to score a little bit. We got some clean looks early, but didn't knock them down. But I think Kenny had 10 points in the quarter. And when you're struggling to score, for a guy to step up and make some plays like that on the offensive end, just gave us a big lift. And with the guys that came in and subbed in, helped turn that quarter around. But Kenny's value is on the defensive end. The tone he sets with how hard he plays defensively really is infectious to our group, and I think that carried out probably most in particular to start the third quarter, but throughout the game as well.
Allison?
All right, we'll start with Dave McGoniman.
Frank, what's the key to sustaining a run? All teams go on runs, but to be able to extend it out, I think it was 75-30, the run you guys went on. Is it keeping the guys' energy up in timeouts? What allows you to make it be that long?
Our guys are just motivated, during that stretch, and obviously we didn't sustain it, into the, but it's tough to do, especially in the playoffs against good teams, and I think the key is keeping fresh bodies in, understanding the threats that are coming at us, and that every time you go on a run like that, the other team's coach is going to change the game, so the next 10-point run has got to be different than the first 10-point run. They're going to put different guys in there. They're going to change coverages. They're going to change, defensive scheme, run different action. And you have to win each segment of the game a different way. And that holds true for the series as well. We're going to have to win game 2 differently than we did game 1. So that's probably the biggest key.
All right, Kyle Goode.
A lot of guys we're talking about, and especially in the first half when you were kind of getting shooting from all over the roster. It's their first time playing in this setting. Well, not this setting, but at the finals. I know you were talking about guys sort of being champions before they're champions, but is there a part of you as a coach that's just sort of waiting to see, like, when they get in that situation, how they're going to react, and what do you make of how those guys reacted?
A little bit of me is eager to see what guys are made of, but honestly, we talked about this morning, when you have big games throughout your career, you really just you think about it all day, But once the ball's thrown up and you get between those lines, you're just playing basketball, you know. And this is our 27th game in the bubble. Played 3 exhibition games, 8 seeding games, 15 playoff games. So this is the 27th time we went through our process. Film in the morning, walk through a couple actions. Some guys get shots, some guys go back to the room, go through the process of the pregame stuff. Ball gets thrown up, and we play and do what we've done for the last 3 months. So I think you think about it a little bit in the days leading up to it. But once you get in that moment, just play basketball.
Dan?
Frank, a lot of talk has been about LeBron trying to win a title for the 3rd time with a third different team, but Danny Green is also a 3-time kind of finals guy. What is it about his skill that just fits so well when you're trying to win a championship?
Well, he's a winner. He makes winning plays on a regular basis. Provides defensive toughness, rebounding, all those types of things. Has great IQ and understanding, and he's either going to blast you from the 3-point line or carry the threat to blast you from the 3-point line, and that just helps your offense. So it's no surprise Danny's had so much team success throughout his career. He's just a winning player.
Bad news. Adrian Wojnarowski, Woj bomb coming. Miami's Goran Dragic has suffered a plantar tear, left foot. Sources tell ESPN a big blow for this Heat team, Rob, leading the team in scoring at 21 a game in the playoffs.
The thing about this, Dragic was having a coming out party. He was such a good player when he was in Houston and other places, and now he went through that ACL tear, and you hate for a guy who's come back from one major injury to have another major injury. And also, you want to see the Miami Heat at full strength so you can really appreciate this championship. But I know Dragic is a fighter. He's going to come back next season. Well, probably not next season, but the season after that, and probably get back to where he needs to be. But you hate to see a player go down with an injury, especially in a big moment like this.